Hey guys, welcome back. In the meantime, since I've seen you last, I have gone ahead and watercolored my map, and I added this compass rose, and this is going to be the step that we do today. We're going to need a compass on our map so that we know which direction is north. It's super important when people use maps to know where north is. That's the whole way that you don't get lost and you know how to find things. So there's quite a few different ways to make a compass rose, but the most important part is that we include north, south, east, and west. We could include these extra points here, and I'll do that on my tutorial today. But if you would do a Google search for compass rose, you'll come up with lots of really good ideas. I'm going to show you the basic steps on how to make it. What you're going to need is one of these small rulers, a sharp pencil, or I'm going to use a mechanical pencil for the video, one of your Sharpies, permanent marker, and I actually am going to also use a pen today because there's some spots that are going to be a little thin and hard to use the marker for. So here's my other map. I'm going to have the square ready for my compass rose, and I'm going to show you how to do it. You can follow along. I'm going to start off with a dot as close to the middle as I can get. If you want to find the exact middle, what you do is very lightly make a little line and a little line. So that's going to be a little X in the middle of your paper. If you want to keep it the same length, you can use it later. So right in the middle of that X is where you're going to have your dot to start your art. Lines going up and down are going to be step one. Okay, and across. Notice these are a little longer. These are my north, south, east, and west, and I left myself room to write the letters. So I want to do kind of some cool letters on this one. We'll talk a little bit more about letters in class. Nope, that's E. About did a cursive E. South. And west.
What?
All right, step two is going to be and I already actually have these lines, but if you don't have them in there yet, you're going to make some little shorter lines for the X. So they're smaller than the first ones, and these are your intermediate directions. We always start with the N, so it's NE for northeast, northwest, southeast, and southwest. Okay, next step we're going to do is we're going to put a small dot in each of these sections, and I'm going to do a little connect the dot here. I'm going to use my ruler and go all the way from the dot to the end of the line. I'm going to do that on each of the sides. Okay, so we got a nice start to our star. The next step is to take where you did that little dot and connect it down to the center point of the star. Please use a ruler for this part as well. Okay. Now I've got the beginning of my compass rose. You can choose, I like to color every other one of these. You can use a black marker, or you can go in the marker cupboard and find a thin, different color marker. I'm going to start off with my black. And what I want to do is trace my lines and then fill in every other diamond. Ooh, I messed up somewhere along the way. See how I did I went white, white? Don't do that. It'll make it look wrong. Anyway, so that's how my compass rose looks. Now some things you could add. Here's a different one. On this one, I used this little tool here and held it on and traced a little circle around the edge. That's an option you could do. And on this one, I did color correctly. And I put my points in there. And if you want to see my finished one again, this is where I went ahead and erased the box around the outside. You could keep it if you want to. It's just up to you. Have fun with your compass rose.